Welcome to Of Men, For Men. Here we'll discuss issues pertaining to the modern day man. Subjects like health, wealth, lifestyle, gear, and relationships. So join me as we dive into the world of men, for men. Hello, and welcome to the Of Men, For Men podcast. I am your host, James Rodney Leemax. Yeah. Come on, man. All right. Come on in. Kick back. Relax. Grab yourself a cool. Yeah, man. Glad you're here. We appreciate you. I say we, me, myself, and I. Oh, man. And I tell you, the world is getting crazier and crazier, people. I hope you're ready. I hope you've invested in precious metals. And by that, I mean brass and lead. Yeah. Yeah, man. It can happen any day. The apocalypse is coming. All right. Well, we all struggling, right? How many of you struggling today? Right? A couple of you? Okay. I see you. Well, be honest, we all struggle. All of us. We all struggle with something. I mean, we got daily struggles we have to deal with. Struggling. You see that meme all the time? Or people, write it, they put up a meme or something that's real funny. And then they put up on there, the struggle is real. Yeah, the struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. We struggle every day with things, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's part of life. I think back, I love to watch documentaries, history documentaries, documentaries about, our earliest forms of life, early man, and I can't. Sometimes I'm wondering how in the hell did we ever make it this far? You got to remember, early forms of man, they out there hunting mammoths and wild deer and saber-toothed tigers with pointed sticks. What in the world? Now tell me, every day was a struggle. Just for life, just to survive was a struggle, right? It was kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. It amazes me. If you lived to be 30 years old, you was an old man. They find these bones, these partial skeletons and stuff, and then they date them, and and then they a lot of times, if they can find certain bones, especially like a femur, and they can tell, if they got a hip or something there, they can tell whether it's a man or a woman, by the pelvis, because the shapes are different. The sizes and shapes are different. So you can tell usually by the pelvis, whether it's a man or a woman. And then if you find that femur bone, by the length of the femur bone, they've got a formula that they use to get an approximate height, how big or tall. And of course, we've grown over the years. As human beings. If you've ever gone back into a museum and look at the the armor, the knights in shining armor. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'd be able to get into that. I'd have been a giant back in those days. Now I'm above average height. I'm 6'3". That puts me, in the upper percentile when it comes to men. But I've met, guys, I got a brother that's taller than me. But, I've met men that are taller than me, but, few and far between. Usually I'm the tallest person around, normally, most men are, around 5'10", 5'11", I think is the average height, and then, anybody 6 feet or over, you start getting into the weeds, you start narrowing it down, and every inch after that, the percentage gets smaller and smaller. That's why these women that want these, big, tall, handsome men, you just discounting the majority of the population, right? You narrowing that field down more and more. But anyway, again, the struggle, we all struggling. We have daily struggles. I don't know about you, but sometimes I struggle to get up out of bed. My body is, starting to fail on me. I'm starting to have a lot of aches and pains and chronic stuff. Some stuff that needs to be fixed. Hell, just getting to work, right? If you guys, commuting back and forth to work, just trying to get to work on time is a struggle, right? Man, that could be a total pain, or get home in the afternoon, just struggle. Putting up with all the traffic. People that don't know how to drive, right? It's crazy. We are all struggling with something. This world is struggling. Nations are struggling. We can see that right now with what's going on over there in Europe. There's a struggle over there. Struggle for power and land. And this administration is trying to get us all involved in it. We don't have nothing to do with it. That's part of the problem. We always get sticking our nose in somewhere where it don't necessarily belong. We get involved in stuff we have no business getting involved in. It's crazy. And then when somebody else does what we do, we say, oh, that's foul, you can't do that. But we do it all the time. So, that's the big issue. That's the big problem. There is so many struggles. We're struggling with conservatism and liberalism and wokeness and all kind of stuff, daily stuff. Struggling. But here's the rub. Now, here's the rub. Whether it's a relationship or a co-worker, a job, maybe you have an addiction to something you might be struggling with. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to go to a mentor or a friend, a close friend, somebody in your inner circle. Don't put your business out there. Everybody don't need to know your business. Keep that close knit, right? But don't be afraid to go to somebody and talk to them about it. And if you need, ask for help, or ask for advice, Don't be afraid to do that. Because like I said, the struggle is real. We face struggles all the time. In relationships, you constantly facing struggles. Give and take, back and forth. Wants and needs. It ain't going to be long before people are going to be struggling to put food on the table and pay their power bill. Right? Ain't going to be long. Inflation is starting to happen, but it's going to get worse. And I predict that the economy is going to crash at some point. It's just going to get so bad, and they've just mishandled it for so long. They've propped it up by printing money for so long that it's just eventually going to collapse under its own weight. It's a house of cards. And they can't stop spending money that we don't even have. They just, they just creating it out of thin air, which makes the money that you have even less valuable, which increases prices. And now we have supply and demand issues. And like I said, this potential conflict in Europe is going to affect us on a global basis. That's because a year ago we were, more independent, more autonomous, and then this current administration has undone all of that. They've cut the nose off of their face, just for spite. So now we're gonna pay the piper. Where, formerly it might not have happened at all, which I don't think it would have. And we were in a much better position. Number one, to negotiate, and number two, even if it kicked off, it wouldn't affect us that much, if at all. We would have been in a much better position. But this current administration has undone all of that. And that's sad. That's what makes it sad. Instead of coming in here and, hell, all he had to do was just, put it on cruise control and just let everything ride for 4 years. And then after that, he could have claimed victory. Yeah, see what a great job we did? If he'd have just let everything go on the way it was proceeding, the policies that had been implemented. But nope, can't do that. Again, that's a struggle. But don't be afraid to go to your friends, go to your confidant, go to a loved one, your significant other, a parent, a friend, somebody that you like I said, a confidant, somebody you feel, that's trustworthy, that, won't divulge your secrets. Don't be afraid to go and talk to somebody if you need to. And ask for advice, or, ask for all-out help if you need help. Don't be afraid to do that. That's not an unmanly thing to do. I know we all want to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, and I do that a lot. We all do it. It's a manly thing to do. And just struggle on all by yourself, and that's why we die early. That's why we die of stress-related health issues, cardiac issues, high blood pressure, poor health, poor, diet. We don't take care of ourselves the way we should because we're struggling. And we're struggling alone. And it's not necessary. But that's just the way we do. That's just how we're wired. We want to be the fixers of everything. We don't want to be the one that needs to be fixed. Right? And sometimes we do need fixing. We're human beings too. We got faults. We have fissures that that need repair. And there's nothing wrong with that. Take time for your health. Take care of yourself. Take time off and relax. Like I said, kick back, relax, grab a cool one. Do some self-care, whatever that is. Whether you got a hobby or something you like to do, you want to go exercise, get out, get some fresh air, get some sunshine. It's good for you. Get some exercise. Do whatever it is you can do, whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is that's best for you to take care of yourself. Because we are struggling every day with just everyday issues. Like I said, the struggle is real. We ain't struggling to survive day by day, obviously, with modern conveniences and technologies. But we still have everyday struggles that we deal with. Now it's more, being the hamster in the wheel, spinning, just trying to pay the bills and maintain our families and our living. It can be tough. There's a lot of responsibility there, especially if you married and got kids. Because ultimately you're going to be the one responsible because you're the man. If it succeeds or fails, it's all going to be thrown on you. And that's not fair, but that's just the way it is. It's unfortunate, but that's just what happens. You'll get the blame either way. You know. And even if you win, you know, your wife will, you know, get most of the credit. Oh, well, she was behind the scenes, so he could do all the things that he did. Right? And that's fine. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, women deserve credit for, you know, for the part they play. They do. I don't want to disparage that. I don't want to, you know, put women down. That's not what we're here to do. But we're here to recognize their role. Right? We all have roles to play. And that is their role, to help and assist, be the wife to their husband, support that man so that he can protect and provide for his family. Right? That's the way it should be. But, you know, of course, you know, modern society doesn't see that. They've destroyed the family, and, you know, now all women are supposed to be strong and independent, brave, stunning and brave. You know? And now they got men competing in their sports. Well, you screwed yourself. You screwed the pooch. With all that, you know, 10,000 genders now. Whatever, however many they got, I don't know. They keep adding to it. You know, sex is just a construct. I don't know. You either come out, you know, with a penis or you don't. You know, there's only one or two. You know, come on now. You don't need a GED to figure that out, but hey, what do I know? You know? But struggling is a part of everyday life. It's, you know, don't get down on yourself if you're struggling with something. It's not uncommon. You're not alone. We're all struggling. And there's nothing wrong with it. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. You're doing fine. Gentlemen, you're doing fine. And like I said, if you got an area you need to work on, and you can recognize that, then work on that area. And then again, if you need help or you need advice, no problem with going and seeking that. Got issues wrong with your health, then go see the damn doctor. I used to never go see the doctor. But as I've gotten older, I see the doctor more and more because I have to. You know, because if I don't take care of myself, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to last. You know, and no, I don't want to live forever. But I think I got a little bit of time left where I can do some good, and that's all I'm trying to do. You know, I'd like to stick around a little bit longer. It's amazing, like I said, that we even made it this far. Oh, gentlemen. We got so much on our shoulders. But you can make it. You're going to make it. Because you're going to make the best decisions for you. You're going to do what's right for you. Nobody else can tell you what that is. They can give you advice. They can give you some help and assistance. But they can't make the decisions for you. That's up to you. You have to choose the actions you take. And here's another rub. The struggle gives us the opportunity to grow, to mature, makes us stronger. And no, not that bullshit, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know, I hate that thing. But struggling is okay, because it helps you to be able to adapt and overcome whatever obstacle it is. Whatever it is that's causing that struggle for you, helps you to adapt and overcome. Be an overcomer, to be an achiever, to push past whatever it is. And then you get the reward at the end. You get that achievement that you've made it. You've done it, you succeeded, and that's a good thing. And it's okay to struggle because, you can, the more pain you can tolerate, right? It'll help you to be able to overcome those struggles. You can tolerate it. If you thin-skinned or you get emotional or whatever, then you're just not gonna make it. You got to be tough. You got to man up, right? Be a man. Be tough. You got to toughen up. You got to thicken that skin and do what needs to be done sometimes. And that can be a struggle. You don't want to do it, but you got to do it, right? But sometimes you just got to man up and do it. But again, it'll help you grow. It'll help you mature as a man, help you be a better man, a better version of yourself. And that's all that we're trying to do, right? Don't you want to be the best version of yourself? So don't avoid struggles. Don't try to run away from struggles. That's not going to help you at all. That's not going to do you any good by just running away from them, because eventually you're going to run back up on them again. You're going to wind up facing it until you defeat it. It's going to come up again and again and again until you defeat it, until you overcome it, until you face that struggle, that fear, right? Face the fear. Until you face it, confront it, and deal with it. So struggle is not uncommon. There's not anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you. The struggle is real. Okay? I hope that's been helpful. I hope it's caused you to start thinking about something. Maybe there's something in your life you're dealing with. Maybe there's a struggle you're dealing with. Maybe it'll help you. I hope so. That's what this is all about. Help you be a better you. All right, gentlemen, that's all I got for today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Go check out the social media sites, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, Parler, Locals, and the Gab. All right. Of Men, For Men, or Of Men, For Men podcast. Support this podcast if you like to. Use the support button on, whatever app you're using, the support link. If you'd like to do that, much appreciated. I appreciate all of you. Share with a friend. Like, share, subscribe, right? Drop me a line. Let me know what's going on. Take care of yourselves, gentlemen, and I'll talk to you again real soon, all right? I have been James Rodney Lemax, and you have been great. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This will be a weekly podcast. You can find it on the Anchor app and anywhere podcasts are available. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. I look forward to seeing you there.